If you've got an idea for an app or online business, you really need to be careful about going to app development companies to produce your product. This is where a lot of early stage entrepreneurs get caught, and it's a big problem in the startup space that we see every day. And I'm going to go through in this video the reasons why we think if you've got an idea that has anything to do with software, why you should do it in-house, actually hire your own coders. I'm going to go through that. So actually, all of the most successful startups started as an entrepreneur with a great idea and then a coder or two sitting next to them, hacking away and building a great product to take to market. That is, if you read the origin story of any of the startups that you've heard of, that's how it starts. And the reasons that it's bad to go to app development companies, firstly, is that they're incorrectly incentivized. So if you've got an idea, an app development company can be very good at getting you excited about how well that idea could do, even if it's not maybe the case. You should always validate your ideas before you get too deep into anything product related, whereas an app development company exists to actually build a product for you. So you need to be careful and understand if they can encourage you to do the idea, obviously they make a lot of money. So you need to be wary of that and understand, is this idea actually worth doing? Second, price for sure. Price is a big one with app development companies. They're paying often Australian wages, and then they're going to be charging that out at a margin to you ongoing. And the thing about apps or websites is that they're never actually finished. All of the apps that you use, you'll see that you get regular updates to update it, and you'll also see that on the websites that you use that they update and evolve over time. So when you do a tech startup, your tech's never done. You're always going to be evolving and improving it. So you don't want to be paying outsourced wages at a huge margin ongoing for something that you're always going to need in-house. The next thing is control. Control is a really big one as well. Picture this, you've got an app or website in the market, it's a Sunday and there's a bug and it breaks. If you had in-house tech, you'd be able to go straight to your coder and say, hey, man, can you please fix this for it? You know, the website's gone down or the app's gone down. But if you're using a services company, it's the weekend. You can't even get in contact with them. You can try and call and email, but in reality, that bug might not be fixed until Monday or Tuesday at the best case. That's just not acceptable for your app or website, and you're going to lose customers in that. So it's really important if you're a software company that you have control of your product. And the last reason that we think it's really dangerous to go to app development companies is the experience of the founders of those companies. If you want to build a startup, you want to be doing it with people who have done it before. You want to build a successful software company, you want to be surrounded by people who have built successful software companies. And unfortunately, a lot of the app development agencies and companies, that is their business. It's a services company building products for other entrepreneurs. They haven't actually gone through the process of raising money from investors and building big software teams as their own startup. So always ask that question as well. What have your founders actually done? Do they have a successful startup themselves? And if no, then is that really the right team that you want to be working with? So for us, it's all about proving your idea is viable, getting that first investment so that you can quit your job and focus on the startup, and hiring your own in-house coder so you save on costs and you have complete control of your product.